30 killed in fresh Mangu attack. Ondo State Governor sacks Executive Council with immediate effect. Federal government on course to sell 5 power plants for $1 billion. And lastly, on the foreign scene, Russian military plane crashes with all passengers on board killed near Ukraine border. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Martia Umar. Thank you for joining us. And now the news in detail. Killings and burnings of houses continue in Mangu town of Mangu local government area of Plateau State despite the 24 hours curfew imposed by the governor Caleb Muftwang in the area. According to residents of Mangu, a group of gunmen stormed several communities and indiscriminately shooting at everyone they encountered and setting ablaze houses, including the Sunnah Islamia primary and secondary schools located along Gindiri Road. The spokesperson of the operation Save Heaven, maintaining peace in the area, Captain Oya James, is yet to respond to the situation. And now we're being joined by our correspondent in Plateau, Adamu Musa. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Madia.
Now, what do we know about the reason for the escalation of the violence that has claimed the life of 30 persons after curfew imposed by the governor? Didn't he even help the situation?
Since yesterday night, some of the residents of Mangu, particularly Mangu town, they have been raising alarm over the possible attacks, because they say there have been a lot of attempts to burn some houses. And then this morning, they also make such complaints, particularly with regard to the non-availability of security personnel to tackle the problem. So they say the non-availability of security personnel was the major cause that led to what they have experienced today. Because according to them, what happened today is even worse than what happened yesterday.
Now, Oya James has not responded to this attack. Do you have any reason why he hasn't responded yet?
You mean the security agencies?
Exactly.
Yes, well, the security agencies will always tell you that we have been doing our best, we have been deploying security personnel to these affected communities. But what we are hearing from the residents of these communities is different from what the security agencies are telling us. Because the security agencies will tell you that we have deployed security personnel and we are very sure that everything will come to an end. But the people, the residents who are mostly affected at the moment are telling us that they are not seeing enough security personnel that can tackle the problem or what they are experiencing at the moment.
So did you have any security agents speak to you behind the camera or off record about the situation at the moment?
Well, I called the spokesperson of Operation Safe Haven, Captain Oya James, to hear about the situation. He did not pick the call because I was thinking that probably he was busy, and then maybe later on he will call me. But I spoke to the spokesperson of Operation Rainbow. Operation Rainbow is one of the security outfits that has been in Mangu since yesterday. Even though what I asked him is a bit different from what people have been talking about, because there were a lot of allegations against that particular security outfit, that is the Operation Rainbow, where people are saying even this morning they have seen personnel of Operation Rainbow leading a group of mobs to either kill or attack their communities. So when I called him with regard to that allegation, he denied the allegation, saying that Operation Rainbow is for everybody. It's an organization that doesn't look at either you are from one ethnic group or the other, or you are from one religion to another.
Okay, as at the moment, you've reported that about 30 people have been killed in this attack. Give us a picture of the scale of the attack and why the curfew is not having the desired effect on the security measures it was supposed to take in the first place?
You know, we have been having different figures, especially the casualty figure from different groups. This figure was given by the Magabul Association. So other groups are also giving different figures with regard to casualty figure they have recorded, that is in their community. But I think what is most difficult at the moment is for the security to come out and at least give us an update as to what is happening now in Mangu, either with regard to the casualty figure or the damages or the situation, that is the deployment of security personnel to these communities. Because the members of these communities have been complaining that they don't see anything, and people are being killed, people are being attacked, houses are being burnt, and yet they have not come out to say anything up to this moment. So this is the problem we're having at the moment. We find it difficult to at least get this information from the security, so that at least even the people of the community at least will have a kind of rest of mind. Because anytime they call us or we call them, we tell them that, okay, we have learned that security personnel have been deployed to this community. Why are you still complaining? They say, which security are we talking about? While people are being killed, while houses are still being burned, we are talking that security have been deployed to the areas. So this is the problem we're having. The security agencies, they have refused to tell us or come out to tell journalists what is happening on ground. But the people of the community are complaining bitterly about the situation, that you'll be hearing gunshots everywhere. You'll be seeing smoke in the air, you understand? And people have been fleeing from one point to another. So this is the situation at the moment.
Okay, lastly, I would like to ask, the initial curfew was being posed for 24 hours. Is there any plan for the extension of the curfew as it stands?
Yes, I can confirm to you, even though the government have not said it yet, but the 24-hour curfew will be extended, because I don't think if the security agencies or even the government will have any reason to at least either maybe reduce it to certain hours, because the situation at the moment will not guarantee the government to at least adjust the curfew.
All right, it's very unfortunate what's happening there, but stay on top of the situation and we'll connect to you if there's any new development. Thank you very much, Ado Musa.
Thank you for having me.
And that was our correspondent Ado Musa reporting live from Plateau State there. But moving on, a Quranic teacher in Suleja, Niger State, Malam Noura, has been arrested on the order of the Niger State Child Rights Agency for beating and inflicting injuries on his pupil with a whip. The 11-year-old pupil, Isa Muazu, whose parents reportedly reside in Kao area of Kaduna State, was severely beaten and by his Quranic teacher for his inability to memorize a portion of the Holy Quran, and the teacher assigned to him to memorize. The victim was said to have been brought to Suleja for Quranic education alongside his brother before the incident happened. The acting director of the Niger State Child Rights Agency, Suleiman Shehu, said the teacher has been arrested and handed over to the Criminal Investigation Department of the police in the state for further investigation, while the father had equally been invited to Mina. He said the child had been taken to hospital for treatment, adding that the suspect would be prosecuted at the end of the investigation. Shehu said the agency had handled more than 10 cases of similar nature where children were subjected to harsh treatment, adding that all of the cases, 5 have been prosecuted. The Ondo State Police Command said it has arrested 2 persons in connection with the death of a man, Abiodun Akintomowo, in Ondo State. Akintomowo reportedly lost his life after allegedly having a sex romp with a woman suspected to be his girlfriend in a hotel located at Akinjagula, a community. The state police public relations officer has actually disclosed, and her name is Fumilayo Dulami, declined to reveal the identity of the suspect, said one of them was a girlfriend of the deceased, while the second suspect is the owner of the hotel where the incident happened. Mataza local government area of Katsina State have alleged that the vigilantes are dispossessing them of their animals, urging Katsina State government to initiate their relocation to another part of Nigeria. The Fulani herders, who allege the vigilantes constantly attack the communities on mere suspicion, an allegation chairman of Matazo local government area dismissed. Abdullahi Ahmadi tells us more.
These Fulani herdsmen accused the vigilante group of Matazo local government of dispossessing them of their animals and handed over them to some military officers in Matazu, and many of their animals could not be retrieved from them. The herdsmen said when they contacted the military personnel deployed to Matazu local government, they were told to check for their animals in Katsina, as they have been handed over to the higher authority. On reaching Katsina, they were made to pay about 600,000 naira to take back the few animals they could find. We are in a very critical condition. Now, if any Fulani herdsman wants to relocate to another place with his animals, securities and vigilantes would not allow him. They would say he's a bandit. If you stay, they confiscate and kill you. Look, we sneaked out of our area to be here in Katsina, and we were harassed and intimidated along the road, even when we were accompanied by our ward head. We really don't know what to do and where to go. We have been dispossessed of our entire means of livelihood. We are not spared by bandits. The constituted authorities are labeling us as collaborators to bandits. And all we are saying, let there be justice. Investigate us. If we are guilty, then prosecute us accordingly. But don't treat us as enemies. However, Chairman of Matazu Local Council Shamsuddin Muhammad Sayaya, while reacting to the allegations, said the claims are baseless and unfounded, calling on all well-meaning citizens of the area to support government's efforts and commitment of fighting bandits and their collaborators.
In a security operation like this, I believe those in the possession of those animals were not happy with the actions of the security personnel, because in one way or the other they collaborate with those bandits. They either give them shelter or they conspire with them in one way or the other. So they will say as much as they can to tarnish the image of the whole exercise.
This is not the first time herdsmen will raise alarm over excesses of vigilantes, including the proscribed Ensake and some security operatives in the state. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
The governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has dissolved the state executive councils. The governor also relieved all senior special assistants and special assistants of their duties. In a statement by his press secretary, Ebenezer Adenio, on Wednesday, the governor said the development would take immediate effect. The statement said all members of the cabinet are to immediately hand over to the permanent secretaries or the most senior administrative officers. Aiyedatiwa was on December 27, 2023, sworn in as the substantive governor of the state following the death of Governor Rotimi Akeredolu. The Taraba State Commissioner for Youth and Sports Development, Joseph Joshua, has been accused of obtaining a fake certificate. It is alleged that Joshua obtained a fixed degree certificate from a university in Benin Republic in 2021. The allegation is contained in a petition to the State Security Service, SSS, and copied to the State Police Command. The petition, dated 15 January 2024, was written by a Jalingo-based legal practitioner, Nasir Muhammad, on behalf of Suleiman Adamu, a social activist. When contacted to react to the allegation, Joshua replied with an SMS message saying, "I have no comment. Let the security do their job." The police public relations officer, PPRO in Taraba, Usman Abdullahi, said he was to see the petition. And recall that the Minister of Education, Tahir Mamman, recently inaugurated an interministerial committee to investigate foreign universities awarding fake degrees to Nigerians. The fake degree scandal started after an undercover journalist revealed that he obtained a degree within 6 weeks and was mobilized for the mandatory one-year National Youth Service by the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC. The federal government, through the Bureau of Public Enterprises, is currently carrying out transaction for the sale of 5 power plants under the National Integrated Power Project at a cost of about 1.15 billion naira. It was gathered on Tuesday. Although reports said that the cost of the plant should exceed $5 billion based on international benchmark, they revealed that the BPE was planning to sell the facility at a price that is little above $1.1 billion. The acting Director General, BP Ignatius Ayewo, confirmed that the transaction is ongoing and it is not concluded yet. The 5 power plant to be sold include the 434 megawatt gas-fired Geregu 2 plant and located in Kogi State, 451 megawatt Omotosho 2 plant in Ondo, and 750 megawatt Olorunshogo 2 plant in Ogun State, among others. Still watching Trust TV News updates coming up shortly. We'll take a look at epileptic power supply making residents cry out. More news after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining, this is the news update on Trust Television. A recap of some of our headlines again. We told you earlier that 30 killed in fresh Mangu attack. And Ondo State Governor sacks Executive Council with immediate effect. Moving on to more news, a medical doctor at the Federal Teaching Hospital, Lokoja, has revealed how a group of men stormed the hospital on Tuesday over the death of a patient and attacked workers. Sharing videos on his X handle, the doctor explained that the men, who were led by an unnamed political leader, demanded to see the doctors on duty on arrival at the hospital. In one of the videos, about 3 people were seen struggling with a gun as shots were also heard. In his caption, the doctor wrote, "My team was called to the A&E to review a new patient. A group of men in kaftan broke through the gate and started demanding for the doctors on duty." He further said on his X that apparently they lost a patient and they came for the doctors. One of them, I learned, is a political leader.
This camera, this video. What? Are you videoing? Don't video it. Just cut every video. Cut every video. What are you taking this on video? You work here? Yes. Please, if you video it, don't let them see you. Video it and keep the video. Let's get it on video. Bro, on video.
Very unfortunate anomaly there. And moving on, a 16-year-old patient of elephantiasis and street beggar in Bauchi State, Awal Yusuf, has sent a Save Our Soul SOS message to the state government and public-spirited individuals to come to his aid. Yusuf, a resident of Nasarawan Jaun area of Bauchi metropolis, is popularly called Baba, meaning big, due to his swollen body occasioned by his health condition, which was turned him to a beggar who asked for alms on the pavement of the road on the busy Wunti Market Junction to feed himself and buy painkillers on daily basis. Trust TV's Adamu Imam filed in the report as presented in our studio.
A traumatized Awal Yusuf is always looking haggard and dirty as he goes about his daily routine without bathing for months and wearing the same pair of clothes. Yusuf is exposed to the scorching sun when the weather is hot and to extreme cold when the weather is cold. His breathing is stressful due to his health condition, which makes him exhausted all day long. I seek for help, please. With this my condition, the situation is unbearable. Even to start doing something in my condition that had turned me to a beggar here at Wunti Junction. I could remember somebody helped me before, took me to a hospital, and I was diagnosed and given some drugs, but it finished, and the man did not come back. I can't take myself back to hospital. Please, I need help from government and well-to-do people. His deteriorating health has gone from bad to worse because he hardly stands on his own, except with the support of spirited individuals or commercial auto rickshaw operators known as Kikina Pep that usually bring him from his home in the morning and return him in the evening. Yusuf sometimes spends almost the whole day lying on the floor, urinating and defecating on his body due to the pains associated with his health condition. Reports say he sometimes passes the night at the Wunti Junction and continue the next day without anyone coming to take him home. It would have been better if he is going back home, people should follow him to where he resides, so that people can help and take him to bath and change his dirty clothes. Yusuf told Trust TV that he lost his father when he was young, adding that his mother cannot afford the upkeep of the family, which prompted him to start begging despite his condition. Adamu Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
A Russian military transport on Wednesday crashed, killing all passengers in Russia's Belgorod region. Russia's defense ministry said 65 prisoners of war and 6 crew members and 3 other people were on board the plane. Local governor Vyacheslav Gladkov, who confirmed the incident, said he was going to inspect the site. Belgorod region, which borders Ukraine, has come under frequent attack from Ukraine in recent months, including a December missile strike, which killed about 25 people. Still on the international scene, Donald Trump is one step closer to an election rematch against United States Democratic President Joe Biden, as the former president secured a decisive victory in New Hampshire's first in-the-nation primary on Tuesday. Within minutes of the state's polling stations closing, U.S. media announced Trump had beaten his Republican rival Nikki Haley by substantial margin, dealing a powerful blow to her campaign. The final results have not yet been announced, but projections showed Trump with a double-digit lead, with about half of the votes counted. The ex-president's resounding victory follows a similarly strong showing in the Iowa caucuses last week, cementing his lead in the race for the Republican presidential nomination ahead of November's general election. No presidential candidate has ever won the first 2 contests on the presidential race calendar, as Trump has now done, and now not emerge as their party's nominee. Video duration of about 28 minutes, which is on New Hampshire, has been framed as Haley's last best chance to make a dent in Trump's runaway lead. But despite her loss, the former United Nations envoy said in a speech on Tuesday night that she plans to continue her campaign. And in sport, the Ghana Football Association late Tuesday sacked Chris Hutton as head coach of the senior national team with immediate effect. The Executive Council has also taken a decision to dissolve the technical team of the Black Stars. The FA said in a statement that the Ghana Football Association will in the coming days provide a roadmap on the future direction of the Black Stars. Hutton was sacked following Black Stars' woeful performance and eventful exit from the ongoing African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. And that brings us to the end of the news update at this hour. Follow us across all our social media platforms for more news, programming and documentaries. I am Martia Umar. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.